Chennedy Carter's shocking push that changed everything. The WNBA is no stranger to intense rivalries, but few incidents have sent shockwaves through the league like Chennedy Carter's now infamous push on Caitlin Clark. What seemed like a split-second decision has quickly spiraled into a career-altering moment for Carter, who now finds herself without a team and fighting to salvage her professional future. The incident that turned heads. It happened during a heated game between the Chicago Sky and the Iowa Hawkeyes. The energy on the court was electric, but tension boiled over when Carter made the decision to shove Caitlin Clark, a rising star and one of the league's most marketable players.
When Tyler Marsh did the press conference, he talked about Angel Reese, he talked about Cardoso, who I think is going to be a star in the WNBA, but he did not really mention Chennedy Carter at all, and that raised a lot of eyebrows.
Witnesses recall the moment vividly, the gasp from the crowd, the stunned expressions of the players, and Clark herself, frozen in disbelief. Clark later described the moment. "I felt the push, and it was like time stood still. I couldn't process what had just happened. But it wasn't just the physical altercation that drew scrutiny." Carter reportedly directed a slur at Clark in the heat of the moment, further igniting the controversy. Fallout on and off the court. In the days that followed, the repercussions were swift. The Chicago Sky announced they would not extend Carter a qualifying offer, effectively releasing her as an unrestricted free agent. For a player of Carter's talent, renowned for her scoring ability, this decision was almost unprecedented. The Sky's general manager issued a carefully worded statement. "Chennedy Carter is an incredibly talented player who made significant contributions last season. However, we've made changes to our roster and staff that impact her fit with the team. We wish her the best as she explores free agency." Behind the scenes, insiders suggest the decision was influenced by more than just the push. Reports of locker room tensions and Carter's alleged difficulty in working with teammates painted a picture of a player whose off-court behavior had become as notable as her on-court performance. A career in freefall. The fallout has been staggering. No teams have shown interest in signing Carter, a shocking turn for a player once seen as a cornerstone for the league's future. Scouts and executives have expressed concerns not just about the push, but about Carter's reaction and attitude in its aftermath. "We look for players who can handle pressure and be role models," one scout said. "What we saw that day wasn't just a bad play, it was a bad attitude, and that's not what we want in a franchise player." Even Carter's peers seemed to distance themselves. Social media interactions between Carter and other players.
For calling someone the B word while literally freaking winding up for a cheap shot. Yeah, that has to be taken into account. And then after the cheap shot, staring over and saying something before walking away. Like, you can't give, like, that is 3 separate technical foul occasions.
Noticeably, further fueling speculation about strained relationships within the league. The bigger picture. The incident has also raised questions about what it takes to succeed in the WNBA. Carter's talent has never been in doubt, but her actions have highlighted the importance of character, professionalism, and emotional control in professional sports. At the same time, Caitlin Clark's rising star continues to shine brighter. Clark, hailed as a golden goose for the league, has drawn fans, sponsors, and unprecedented attention to women's basketball. Her growing influence makes the stakes even higher for players like Carter, whose actions could jeopardize not just their own careers but also the league's broader image and momentum. What lies ahead? Chennedy Carter now stands at a crossroads. Her talent is undeniable, but rebuilding her reputation will be a monumental task. The WNBA, like any professional sports league, values resilience and
Right.
You're jealous.
Bigger
that
rings.
was a Bush League play, and it needs to be addressed. That was a flagrant foul. That was unnecessary. Flagrant, anything deemed to be unnecessary. I need somebody to explain to me why was that necessary.
But time is not on her side. For now, Carter's shocking push remains a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of how quickly a career can pivot from promise to uncertainty. Whether she can recover and reclaim her place in the league remains to be seen, but one thing is clear, the WNBA is watching, and the stakes have never been higher. Chennedy Carter, talent overshadowed by controversy.
She turned to you a little bit
Yeah.
after the FIFA
I
score.
answered no Caitlin Clark questions.
Did she say anything to you?
I don't know what she said.
What'd you say to her?
I didn't say anything.
Kind of on the play before bumping in with Caitlin.
As y'all heard there, man, Chennedy Carter let it be known she was not answering any Caitlin Clark questions. And I'm telling you right now, she probably wished she should have, because she's without a job.
Trajectory in the WNBA continues to spark debate. Despite her undeniable skills as a top scorer, her career has taken a shocking turn, one that raises questions about the balance between.
Chennedy Carter had an incredible season for us last year, but in a statement provided by the Chicago Times, she's extremely talented and is a player that can impact the game at the highest level. In our league, we absolutely appreciate what she did for our team last year. However, we've made changes to our staff and will make changes to our rosters. Those changes impact Kennedy's fit on the team, so we wanted to give her the best opportunity as a free agent.
Talent and team dynamics. The incident that fueled the fire. The controversy began with Carter's bump-in with Caitlin Clark during a game. What might have been a minor incident escalated when Carter chose not to address it. No apology, no explanation, just silence. Instead of the issue fading away, it snowballed. Carter's refusal to answer questions about Clark afterward only deepened the scrutiny. This silence might have seemed like a way to avoid controversy, but in reality, it had the opposite effect.
I mean, look, maybe she's part of the culture problem. But that's very interesting. You know, I assumed, I'm not going to lie to you, I assumed the Chicago Sky was going to bring her back.
As Carter found herself under the microscope, her actions, or lack thereof, began to overshadow her impressive stats on the court. The Chicago Sky's surprising move. In a stunning decision, the Chicago Sky declined to extend a qualifying offer to Carter.
They said Chennedy Carter not getting an offer from the Sky means one thing. Someone influential in the locker room did not want her on the team. You never let your best offensive player and arguably your best player walk away from nothing unless there are locker room issues.
Making her an unrestricted free agent. For a player of her caliber, this is almost unheard of. Carter was a key offensive force last season, yet the team made it clear they were moving in a different direction. The Sky's general manager issued a statement praising Carter's talent and contributions but pointed to changes in staff and roster fit as reasons for their decision. The underlying message? Carter's presence no longer aligned with the team's vision. Locker room tensions come.
Offense. But if you're a team, do you really want her on the team? I wouldn't.
Behind the scenes, it seems Carter's challenges extended beyond the court. Reports have surfaced about growing tensions within the locker room. A particularly telling sign? Angel Reese, Carter's former teammate, unfollowed her on social media, a move that, in today's world, speaks volumes. Sources suggest that Carter's relationship with some teammates had deteriorated to the point where her presence was no longer welcome. It's one thing to lose favor with management, but when teammates don't want you back, it's a glaring red flag. The bigger picture. This decision by the Sky isn't just about Carter's talent, it's about culture. Teams value harmony and unity as much as skill, and Carter's reputation.
There is no team wants the cancer in the locker room. Okay, so that raises a great question. Is anybody going to want her? Maybe that's the best question. I mean, certainly there's real attitude issues.
Appears to have outweighed her offensive prowess. In the WNBA, where every team is vying for stability in a growing league, such issues can't be ignored. Carter's release sends a clear message: no player, no matter how talented, is immune to the consequences of disrupting team dynamics. What's next for Chennedy Carter? Now a free agent, Carter faces an uphill battle to find a new team willing to take a chance on her. Her agent is reportedly working tirelessly to pitch her as a changed player, but league insiders remain skeptical. For a player once considered an offensive powerhouse, the prospect of being sidelined is sobering. Talent alone isn't enough to secure a future in.
This is what Annie Cristobal stated as well. No qualifying offer sent out to Chennedy Carter means she will be a free agent to test the market as an unrestricted free agent beginning tomorrow.
Professional sports, it must be paired with accountability, professionalism, and the ability to foster positive relationships with teammates. A cautionary tale. Chennedy Carter's situation serves as a stark reminder of how quickly things can change in the world of professional sports. While Caitlin Clark's star continues to rise, bringing unprecedented attention and growth to the WNBA, Carter finds herself at a crossroads. Whether this is the end of her WNBA career or the start of a redemption arc remains to be seen. What's certain is that Carter's story will be a topic of discussion for years to come, both as a lesson in talent management and a case study in the importance of team culture. Chennedy Carter, a talent at a crossroads. Chennedy Carter's story is taking a dramatic turn in the WNBA. Despite being one of the league's most dynamic scorers, her career has hit a roadblock few could have seen coming. For the Chicago Sky to decline her qualifying offer, a move nearly unheard of for a leading scorer, sends a strong message, they'd rather have no one than have her.